welcome to the Ahmed bin Ali Stadium in Qatar as the FIFA Arab Cup 2021 continues. First up today in Group C, it's Jordan against Morocco. Well, this magnificent stadium plays host to its third game of the tournament today as two winners from their opening matches go head. A little bit cooler in Qatar today, just 24 degrees. It's even cooler in the stadium with the air conditioning. But lots at stake for both these sides today as they look to join Qatar, who've already booked their place in the quarter-finals after their victory yesterday. And both these teams will be looking to build on those opening victories just 3 days ago. Well, the Moroccan supporters outnumbering their opponents here. The top two teams in each group go through. Don't forget, a win for either would mean definite progression to the next round. Morocco scored 4 against Palestine in their opening match, while Jordan scored a late own goal against Saudi Arabia. The Saudi Arabians play Palestine later at Education City in the final of today's 4 games. Both those sides know nothing less than a win will do. Really good atmosphere in here. Those supporters have been in for well over an hour or so now, enjoying a bit of early afternoon sunshine. It isn't the normal recognised Morocco side. They are missing 1 or 2 familiar names, but they still be a force to reckon with at this tournament. Jordan scored that late victory, as we said, against Saudi Arabia in the last round. And they very much have their eyes on a place in the knockout round. (44,740 is the official capacity of this stadium, the home to Al Rayyan. Originally built back in 2003, it was demolished 6 years ago to make way for the new stadium, which is what you can see today. 90% of the rubble that was used from the old stadium was actually used for public arts projects or was recycled. And there it is, a magnificent venue, and one of the 8 venues that you'll see next year in the 2020 World Cup here in Qatar, which of course will take place at this time of year. The final of that competition on the 18th of December rather, the first time an Arab nation has hosted a FIFA World Cup finals. Qatar people have warmly welcomed the teams. There are a lot of expats live here, a lot of Moroccans, a lot of Jordanians, and a lot of them have made their way to the stadium today. Metro station just outside, making it easily accessible from the centre of Doha. And of course, the unique situation here is that you can get to see more than 1 game per day, as the FIFA president Gianni Infantino did on the opening day when he went to all 4 matches of the opening of the FIFA Arab Cup. Here come our flags. It's a usual well-rehearsed routine. We were here very early this morning. The rehearsals going on to make sure that everything goes off completely smoothly. Teams down just below us waiting to make their entrance. There's something about the atmosphere of these big tournaments. It just sends a bit of a tingle down your spine when you hear the music played super loud inside the stadium and the atmosphere of the crowd. And it really is a prelude to what will happen in 12 months' time. Of course, the Arab Cup replacing the old Confederations Cup, which used to be the curtain raiser 12 months before a World Cup finals. Match referees today and assistants are all from South America. We'll tell you about those a little later on, but the two teams poised and ready. Morocco with a big win in their opening match, really laid down a marker for the other teams within the group. Jordan come here considerably lower in the rankings. They're 91st in the FIFA rankings, Morocco 28th, so a big task awaits Jordan today, but they of course will have been buoyed by serious performance last night against Tunisia. Well, Morocco may be missing most of their familiar names that play in Europe, but they are still among the favourites to retain the title. They won back in the last edition of this competition in 2012. Jordan reached the semi-finals 19 years ago, and having won 5 of their last 6 matches, will come here looking to cause a potential upset and make sure that they can take their place in next week's knockout stages. Teams, as always, will line up, and we'll have the 2 national anthems. It'll be the anthem of Jordan and then the anthem of Morocco. Well, it's probably the biggest crowd we've had here at Ahmed bin Ali for the matches so far. The Jordanian fans just down below our commentary position, behind the 2 dugouts, and hoping to see their side come up with another win. Here are the teams. Jordan making 4 changes to the side that beat Saudi Arabia. 2 enforced. Esen Haddad is suspended after his red card, and Mohamed Al-Gmiri and Yazan Al-Nimat picked up knocks in that game. Hadi Al-Harani comes in at the back. Manoud Al-Mahdi's deflected shot gave them points in the last game. Ray Jed Ayed, Ahmed Ishwai and Abdallah Nasib are the other 3 players that come into the starting lineup. They will go in a 4-4-2 formation. Of the players that dropped out of that starting lineup, only Baha Suleiman is available on the bench. Today's match referees: Facundo Tello from Argentina, as are his assistants. He takes charge for the first time in the tournament. He was the 4th official for the UAE-Syria match. His last international was Colombia against Paraguay last month, when he sent off Paraguay's Andres Cubas. Badr Banoun and Baha Faisal are the respective captains. And the Act Together campaign, which both captains will support here, a partnership between FIFA, the World Health Organization, the Qatar Ministry of Health and the Supreme Committee for Legacy and Delivery to help out in these COVID times. Juan Soto from Venezuela is our VAR chief today. VAR has been used on a number of occasions so far in the tournament. One of them yesterday, confirming that a goal had been scored. Here's the Morocco team. It shows two changes for that opening lineup. Karim Mbakoui was injured against Palestine. Walid Azero comes in as his replacement. Captain Badr Banoun was one of the scorers in the opening match. There are two Qatar-based players, Ismail El Haddad and Soufiane Bouftini. Bouftini comes in for his first appearance of the tournament. Mohamed Nahiri and Abdelai Hafidi were the other scorers against Palestine. Mohamed Chibi, as you can see, is on a yellow card. They go with a 4-3-3 or maybe a 4-1-2-3 formation, but very attacking with those three players, Benchalki, Azaro and El Haddad in that potent forward line. Jordan coach Adnan Hamad is the man in his second spell in charge of the Jordanian national team, while Morocco have Hussein Amouta in charge for this tournament in place of the regular coach Vahid Halihodzic. Amouta played and coached here in Qatar with Al Sadd. Off we go then. It is Morocco that get us underway in red and green, kicking from left to right in the first half. So missing all their big-name players you're so used to seeing in big tournaments, World Cup qualifiers and the like. No European-based players here in the tournament, but it is a chance for others to stake a claim in the side. Morocco, of course, South Africa Cup of Nations coming up in the new year, so one or two of these players maybe on the fringes looking to impress the coach, who I'm sure, despite the fact he's not here, Halihodzic will be watching on from a distance. Straight away, Morocco on the offensive here with Nahiri. What a start this would be. Plenty of bodies in the penalty area. It's not a great cross, though. It'll be played away as far as Faisal. Bright sunshine and over half the pitch at the moment. So it is just gone 1 o'clock in the afternoon local time. 4 games a day here in Qatar for this tournament. There's Faisal, the captain. Great long raking ball out to Yurgay. Looking for some support. Ishrawa was just inside him. Wins the corner though off the shins of Nahiri. So a good open start in the opening seconds. Jordan needed an own goal to beat Saudi Arabia. Al-Dassari just deflecting Al-Mahdi's shot into his own net. He was later sent off. It wasn't a great game for the Saudi Arabian. Khalifa Al-Dassari. What a great corner. Can't miss out the man at the front post. Now Morocco will try and come forward. Good ball, well taken in his path by El Haddad, but he's lost control slightly. I know it's a different Morocco team that are out there than has been in their World Cup qualifiers, etc. this year, but they have a phenomenal record this year. They've played 11 games in 2021, 10 wins, 1 draw, only 1 goal conceded. They kept a clean sheet in their opening game against Palestine. Jordan had to qualify, but they had the strange scenario of not having to play the game. South Sudan had to withdraw due to COVID issues, so a 3-0 win was awarded to Jordan. Good save by the keeper, and the follow-up turning by Jabrane for the opening goal. Yazid has pushed it straight back into play, and Morocco have taken an early lead. Yaya Jabrani gets his first goal of the tournament. It's his first international goal from open play as well. His only other had come from the penalty spot. Goalkeeper maybe committing the cardinal sin of goalkeepers, pushing the ball back into the central area. Nahiri's shot wasn't dealt with, and Jabrani could hardly believe his luck. The whole goal to aim at, and Morocco take an early lead. What a start. Four minutes in. Scored that goal previously against Togo in the African Nation Championship. Plays for one of the big clubs in Morocco, Wydad from Casablanca. So whoever wins this game, if there is to be a winner from these two teams, they know that they, on 6 points, will guarantee a place in the quarter-finals. We saw Qatar win their second game of the tournament last night to book a place, the host nation. Late drama, though, in a couple of the games yesterday. That late winner from Qatar in the 97th minute, giving them the victory over Oman. UAE scored in the 93rd minute to break Mauritania's resistance to pick up a victory. And then Syria surprisingly beat Tunisia in Al-Khor last night, one of the big surprises of the tournament so far. Here comes El Haddad. Morocco very much in the ascendancy in the early stages here. Chibi was just looking for that one played back to him. Last time this tournament was played, some 9 years ago, Morocco did triumph in the finals. That was played in Saudi Arabia. Got through to the final, beat Iraq in the semis before a tough game in the final against Libya. They had to go to a penalty shootout. They won it 3-1 after a 1-1 draw. Ben Sharkey. Sides did meet in the 2002 edition of this competition. Another good-looking ball in, away by Al Arab. Pressure on at the moment, though. Jordan unable to get out of their own half. That's a poor ball, though. They've won it back. Good tackle on the edge of the penalty area. This is Noor. Gives it away again to Buftini. And now Banoun, the Morocco captain. Great ball looking for Ben Sharkey again. Nice cushion touch, curled in with the outside of the boot as well. Hooked away by Nasib. Bit of pressure having to be soaked up here by Jordan. Now a chance to break maybe, but the free kick's given by the referee. Well, we've already seen the damage Nahiri can do when he pushes forward. Did score the opener in the 4-0 win over Palestine. Mohamed Nahiri, he's had a hand in the opening goal here. So a free kick to Morocco. Looks like this will be something on the training ground. Indeed it is. Well blocked by Noor, who was not being fooled by the two players in front of the ball. Benoon. Chibi. Back to his goalkeeper, Zaniti, who's been a virtual spectator for these opening 8.5 minutes. Only side to score against Morocco this year were Guinea in a World Cup qualifier. They did lose, or Morocco rather did win that 4-1. Everybody else has drawn a blank this year. It's quite interesting that Jordan have played in 8 editions of the FIFA Arab Cup. They've played 14 different opponents in that time, but they've only come across Morocco on 1 occasion. That was the one we mentioned back in 2002. Kuwait, they've met on 5 occasions. Away by Nasib. Only as far as El Kati, just bobbled away from him slightly. Chase on here for Faisal. Gets to the ball ahead of Benoon. Good defending though, and well kept in by Nahiri. Well, Benoon, Faisal rather, down injured and may need a little bit of treatment here. Made his 50th international appearance against Malaysia back in October. Baha Faisal. He's based here in Qatar with Al Shamal. Well, those Moroccan supporters can hardly believe the start their side have had. Great work from Nahiri. I'm sure the goalkeeping coach will be having a few words with Yazid. Straight out to the feet of Yahya Jabrane, who could, well, he could hardly believe his luck from that sort of range. Most of his international appearances, he's into double figures now for 2021, Jabrane. There's a slight worry here for Jordan. Having gone a goal down, the last thing they want is to have to shuffle their personnel so early in the match. So by far the best crowd we've had in here at the Ahmed Bin Ali for the 3 matches that have been played so far. Well, this is not looking good for Benoon at the moment. He's looking around in the build-up to the game, and somebody on social media actually played a FIFA version of this game, the computer game. Morocco ran out by 3-1 winners in that particular scenario. It would be a strange quirk of fate if that were to be the same score here. Morocco have got themselves in front. Baha Faisal struggling. So it is an early change for Jordan. Hamza Alderey is the man that's going to come on. 5 substitutions can still be used during the tournament. This is one they wouldn't want to have to make, though, enforced upon them, losing the captain. Sporting round of applause from the Moroccan fans over on that far side, and on comes Hamza. Plays for Al Wahdat, probably the biggest club in Jordan. So closing in on 100 caps for the national side. Scored a hat-trick against Cambodia back in the 2019 AFC Asian Cup qualification campaign. Came on for the last 7 minutes against Saudi Arabia. He's got considerably more to try and have an impact on his side here. There's Buftini. Now Chibi. Buftini. Good movement by front players again from Morocco. Nicely guided off El Haddad. Zaro raced into the centre. That's gone all the way towards Ben Sharkey at the back and tipped away for the corner. Dangerous ball into the penalty area. So 5 Moroccan shirts scattered around the penalty spot area. Zaro is the furthest man forward. Took a flick off a defender at the near post. It'll be kept alive by Morocco, who will get the throw with Chibi. Good long throw as well. It's missed by Nasib. Ben Sharkey. Now Nahiri. Here he goes again. A really positive player from fullback, Mohamed Nahiri. He's got a couple of international goals to his name already, including one in that first game. Little loop over the bar from Azaro's header. Only 2 players in the Morocco squad were in the recent World Cup qualifying team. 21 players based in Europe not featuring. It's Ben Sharkey and keeper Zniti were the only 2 players that featured in those squads for the matches against Sudan and Guinea. Here's El Haddad. And Chibi in support, solid challenge. Mardi flying in there. He was involved in the Jordan goal in that first match. His shot deflected in by Khalifa Al Dossari. Sliced away by Hadi for another corner. Just struggling to get into the game at the moment, Jordan. That substitution and the early goal has just knocked them out of their stride a little. Another corner, Nasib's header away. Noor will look to complete the clearance. He was a little slow, but it's a handball. Noor claiming it should perhaps be more than a free kick, but Al Haddad just trying to drag his arm out of the way. Buftini, not to go back to his goalkeeper. Here come Morocco once again. Ben Sharkey, shot took a slight deflection. Yazid gathers with a clean pair of hands this time. Shot took a slight deflection, which maybe took some of the pace off the ball, but the goalkeeper knew he had to be sure with his handling on that occasion with players around him. Morocco are into the final round of CAF qualifiers for the World Cup. The third round will be played in March next year in a place, or to try and book themselves a place here in Qatar next December. 10 teams through. It's 5 two-legged matches. 5 winners go through. Most of the big teams here, Algeria, Tunisia, Egypt, Algeria, are all in those playoffs. Jordan, unfortunately, didn't make it through in the AFC section to the third round. They exited at the second round stage. Their last competitive defeat actually came in the World Cup against Australia back in June, which effectively put paid to their chances of qualification. They have lost a couple of friendly matches since, one against Haiti and one against Belarus. Nice flick, El Haddad. Azaro tried to just flick it into the path of El Kati, but quite get the little flick right. Walid Azaro, one of the players that plays outside of Morocco, plays in Egypt with Al Ahly. Buftini. Morocco leading by a goal to nil. That 4-minute goal from Yahya Jabrani separating the two sides. Jordan's captain Baha Faisal forced off with an injury as well. It was a tough start to the game for them. Same towards Hamza. Nasib keeps the ball in play and slightly out of position here, Azaro. There's a high foot which almost caught Azaro. Yazid makes the save. Ben Sharkey from a long way out that time. Just tucking inside rather than being out wide. It was a high boot in the middle. Bounced awkwardly for the goalkeeper, who managed to just push it behind for the corner. It's off Nasib. Azaro. Continue to increase the corner count here, Morocco. This is their 6th corner of this first half already. Just past the midway point of the first half. Header away by Hamza, the substitute. Good ball back inside. Hafidi across, and another corner. That's a good positive start by Morocco. It was Hadi that time that had to shepherd that ball behind. flick once again, driven across and turned in from close range. The flag stays down, and it's the captain, Badr Banoun, who scores for the second consecutive match. Well, the Jordanian players just staring at each other in disbelief. Their 7th corner has paid dividends. And a second goal in the first half. It was driven across by Azaro. It's clearly not offside. There's 2 players plus the goalkeeper when that ball came back in from Azaro. And the captain was all on his own. He just stuck out a leg. And another international goal for Badr Banoun. And a goal that's put his side into a 2-0 lead. And Jordan have barely been out of their half in the 24 minutes that we've played so far. And they're still on the attack again. Hafidi just bundled over by Abu Hashish. Just struggling to contain the Moroccans at the moment, particularly in the final third. There's another free kick here. This will be taken by El Haddad, swinging in towards Yazid, who just had to backtrack slightly. No one attacking the ball in front of the goalkeeper. It's one of those that's occasionally whipped in with pace that can cause those keepers a few problems. Failed to progress beyond the group stage in their first Arab Cup appearance in 1998 rather. 2002 they got to the semi-finals. Morocco as an under-23 side. Lost out to Saudi Arabia in the last 4. So they were the winners in 2012. They came through a group that contained Libya, Yemen and Bahrain. Beat Iraq in the semi-finals before a penalty shootout win over Libya. Won over half their matches in total. Prior to today, they played 13 matches in the Arab Cup, winning 7. They're not only enjoying the sunshine, their supporters, they're enjoying the scoreline as well. 2-0 Morocco lead. Zaniti's been virtually a spectator in this first half. Forward by Banoun, looking for the run of El Haddad. It'll just bend out of play, though. Three more matches coming up across the course of the day. It's Ben Sharkey on the chase again. Good challenge. They're slightly out of position again, Jordan. All over the place at the moment. Al Arab nods it back to Yazidi's goalkeeper. Lebanon against Algeria, Sudan against Egypt, and then Palestine against Saudi Arabia. Coming up, that goal from Badr Banoun was the 30th goal in 13 games that we've seen so far in this year's competition. Tunisia still have the biggest win, a 5-1 win over Mauritania on the opening day. Abu Hashish. Al-Mahdi. Al-Kati. Tempted to play back, but then realised that there were players in good positions going forward. Lovely one-touch football again from Morocco, who continue to press. Good ball over the top. Azaro on the chase, can't quite keep it in play though. And that will be a Jordan goal kick. Coming up to the half-hour mark, Yaya Jabrane and Badr Badoun with the 2 goals for Morocco, who, as you can see, have been dominant. We still wait for the first shot on goal, or shot of any kind, from Jordan in this opening half. Had a fairly mixed bag in the Arab Cup. Jordan reached the semi-finals in 2002, having topped their group. Lost out to Bahrain in the semi-finals after extra time. Finished a 4th place finish in 1998, but apart from that, it's been pretty lean for them in terms of getting beyond the group stages. Noor. Nasib. Rajai. Now Al Arab. Abu Hashish. Now Noor. Morocco keeping their shape really well at the moment. It's a 4-3-3 when they gave us the tactical, but it has the ability to switch very quickly to a 4-4-2. Just dropping that extra man back into midfield to make sure they've got cover in there. It goes out off Al-Mahdi. Hussein Mutah will be delighted with his side so far. Only made 1 appearance for the national team back in his playing days. Played in Qatar with Al Sadd for 4 years at the end of his career. Had a brilliant record as a coach in charge of Al Sadd. He won 87 of his 152 games in charge. Guided them to the QSL title in 2012-13. Here's El Haddad. Important interception by Al Arab. Still pressing. It's El Haddad again. Can't keep the shot down. Good play again on the edge of the area. Just finding a little bit of space to get the shots in at the moment, Morocco. Ismail El Haddad. Another player who plays in Qatar with Al Khor. I don't think he'll be able to keep that ball as a souvenir. There's somebody on their way to retrieve it from the crowd. Azaro. Helped on by Hafidi. Ben Sharkey. Another shooting chance on the edge of the area. It's Jabrane looking for his 2nd goal, but he did have a great deal of power behind it. There were players waiting for the ball to be played into the area. Jordan can't get a foot on the ball. They will win themselves a free kick, though. Just see Ben Sharkey wanted that ball played into feet. He was in a good position. Nasib trying to get the ball into the middle. Yirgə. Abu Hashish. Noor. Good ball over the top. Oh, it's just out of the reach of Hamza, the substitute. A lovely ball over the top. If you could have brought that under control, it would have been a really good opportunity for Jordan to get themselves back into the match. So football's all about margins. It's just a fraction away. Ben Sharkey. Chibi. Another good ball in, it's not properly dealt with again. A little back heel from Ben Sharkey. Trying to just feed that one into Hafidi. Gibrane. Buftini. Gibrane. Nice play again. Sits up beautifully for El Haddad, and a good save by Yazid. Brilliant move again by Morocco. Carving open the Jordan defence. Nice one-touch football. And if that would have gone in, that would have been one of the goals of the tournament. Better from the goalkeeper, who pushed it behind for the corner. Eighth corner of the game for Morocco. Buftini back in again. Keeper's lost it away by Nasib. Now there could be a break on. 3 against 3. Hamza held the ball up well, but eventually he's robbed by Ben Sharkey, and now it's 3 against 3 going the other way. Hafidi tried to squeeze it into that near post area towards Azaro, but into the side netting. Well, that was an exciting spell of play at both ends. Good play again by El Arab, the man in the protective face mask for Jordan. Hamza. Everywhere you look, there are red shirts around him. He just seemed to have no idea where to go there, Hamza. They have still got the ball, though, Jordan pressing forward. Ali, that time, caught in possession. Two players down injured here, Buftini and Nahiri. Both look as if they might need a little bit of treatment. Coach getting a few instructions. He also took charge of Morocco for the 2020 African Nations Championship. Hussein Muta. And that was the one challenge. Buftini just kicking the foot of Al Mahdi. He's back on his feet though now. It's Nahiri that's going to need a bit of treatment. Morocco were one of 9 teams that qualified automatically via their ranking for the tournament. 7 teams came through playoffs, Jordan being one of them, but as we said, they didn't have to play the match against South Sudan. There's that move a moment or so ago that ended with the volley from El Haddad, which was pushed wide by Yazid. Best move of the match so far. There's a similar ethic that runs through this Morocco team, similar to the first team. It's a squad that's built on a very strong foundation defensively. As we said, they've only conceded that one goal this year. Jordan will be mindful of that, even though it's a different set of players that have played in most of those games. It's Buftini. Chibi. It's a little bit like a tactical session at club level as well. You tend to find that top teams play the same formation, the same style of play throughout their club structure, from youth level up to first team. Can often apply in internationals as well. Abu Hashish just left his foot on there in Azaro, and that'll be the first yellow card of the game for Abu Hashish. Possibly a little bit of frustration around for Jordan at the moment, because the Moroccan's movement is so good. When he went in, he did get something on the ball, but his foot was up. First yellow card of the game. Abu Hashish goes into the book. Morocco win would put them into the last 8 with a game to spare. They've got Saudi Arabia in their final match. El Haddad with the ball in. It's gone for another corner. Corner count approaching double figures for Morocco in this first half. Another in-swinger from Ben Sharkey. Punched away by Yazid. Didn't get a huge amount of distance on it. Came straight back off Noor. Now, can Jordan break with any great purpose? The ball tried to bend inside Haddad, but Zaniti was quickly off his line. No chance for Al-Mahdi to get near the ball. When you look at that excellent run of results that Morocco have had this year, the one that stands out as being a little bit of a surprise was their failure to beat Mauritania back in March in Africa Cup of Nations qualifying. They drew 0-0. Mauritania are here, of course. They were denied a first point of the competition by a late goal yesterday. UAE scoring in the 93rd minute. We've had lots of late goals in this tournament. Under a little bit of pressure there was Gibrane, El-Kati and Ihiri. Foul by Nahiri on his fellow number 16, Ali Olwan. Al-Mahdi again forced back towards his own goal. They need to be a little bit more creative, Jordan. You know what you're going to get with the Moroccans, hard-working. In towards the path of El Haddad, who still will pick up the loose ball. Chibi, measured cross, pushed away by Yazid, only as far as El-Kati. Chibi. Azaro had come short, it'll roll through to the goalkeeper. The Moroccan coach Amuta saying that before the game it'll be totally different to the game against Palestine. So the Jordan squad contains a lot of pace, a lot of physically good players, a lot of fit players. But whatever his game plan was at the start of the game clearly worked, as they scored those 2 goals within 25 minutes. Gibrani and Banoun inside the first half hour, putting them 2-0 up. Again, that's looking for Azaro. It's an important interception by El Arab. Azaro still manages to get to the ball, though. He's so tenacious in the penalty area. Jordan are just going to have to sharpen up at the back, otherwise they could easily be punished again. 57% of the possession Morocco have had in the first half so far. We're approaching stoppage time at the end of that first half. There will be a little to add on for the injury to Faisal. 4 minutes, we understand, will be the stoppage time at the end of the first half. Just confirmed there by the 4th official, Ali Reza Fagani from Iran. Banoun. Forward by Hafidi. Nasib. Noor. Yurjay. Al Arab. Not too much movement up ahead of him at the moment. That's been the difference when you look at Jordan going forward. They're very static along that forward line. Morocco's players are always trying to find themselves some space and get into positions where they're available to take the pass in a dangerous area. And then tackling back like that as well, Gibrani. There's just been more about Morocco in this first half. Real determination to want to do well in this tournament. Nahiri wins another corner right on the stroke of half-time. And they had another before the break. Looked threatening when they've gone forward. That's a lovely ball threaded through. El Haddad in space. Well, despite the fact there were virtually every white shirt back. Well, one back again. Driven across, he just squirms away from Azaro. It's another corner. Jordan just can't get the ball clear, nor caught in possession. Brilliantly done by El Haddad. Goalkeeper just got enough on it. Azaro beaten to the loose ball. Ben Sharkey again with the corner. Chibi caught it well! Oh my goodness, what a goal! Mohamed Chibi, who was completely unmarked, picked out by the vision of Ben Sharkey from the corner, and that is as clean a strike as you will see anywhere in this tournament. And Morocco lead by 3-0 in first half stoppage time. Knew exactly what he was doing. Such a difficult technique when the ball comes from such a long way. And that is one of the goals of the tournament. It's a side foot beyond Yazid. Placed to perfection. And that's one he won't mind seeing again and again and again. Mohamed Chibi. Brilliant finish. And what a way to get your first international goal. Wonderful strike. And Morocco have now scored 7 goals in, well, just short of a game and a half. And here they come again. They're not finished. Azaro clipped up just away from Hafidi. How do you fear for Jordan in the second half if Morocco are going to carry on in this vein? That's just clipped away from El Haddad as the Argentinian referee brings to the end a first half dominated by Morocco. The Atlas Lions, as they're known, Jabrane, Benoun, and that stunning strike from Chibi on the stroke of half-time have put them very much in charge here at the Ahmed bin Ali Stadium at half-time. It's Jordan 0, Morocco 3. Well, Morocco's players just going off as one. Lots of backslapping. They'll be mindful, though, that there's still work to do. Expect a reaction from Jordan at the start of the second half. But that is job very much well done from those players in the first half. 4 changes made by the coach, a couple enforced. And the stats really tell it all. 58% possession in that first half. Jordan failed to muster a single shot on goal. 13 shots on target, 13 on goal, 8 on target, 3 goals scored, 11 corners. 2 goals came from corners in that first half, and just the 1 yellow card for Abu Hashish.
أحمد، أكيد أنا الشوط الأول لا يخدم مصلحة منتخب الأردن، ماذا حصل بالضبط؟
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بصراحة اليوم الإصابة بالإحماء، إصابة أول 10 دقائق، لاعبين عندنا 2 مصابين، بالإضافة لحرمان لاعب، يعني هاي كانت بصراحة خسارة كبيرة، واليوم يعني مش عارف، لكن إن شاء الله راح نحاول يعني نرجع ونعاود التركيز من جديد. بصراحة لا أخفيك يعني إنه مش هذا المنتخب، لكن في سوء من بداية الإحماء حتى لاعبه هو بيحمل من اللاعبين إصابة، وها فيصل يعني صاحب مجهود قوي وصاحب عضلات قوية. الحمد لله رب العالمين.
هل هناك تخوف من بداية المباراة؟ لم نرى منتخب الأردن مثل العادة اليوم.
بالعكس كابتن، بالعكس كنا يعني الشباب كانوا متحمسين، وحتى الدافعية اللي نقلوا لنا دافعية يعني دافعية عالية وثقة بالنفس كانت كثير موجودة، لكن الحمد لله رب العالمين. بقول لك يعني سوء الطالع بهذا اليوم ما مر علي بحياتي.
في الشوط الثاني هناك تغييرات؟
إن شاء الله في بعض التغييرات إن شاء الله بتصير. شكرا لك كابتن.
Well, both these sides won their opening matches in Group C, so the incentive for another victory would be a place in the quarter-finals to join Qatar that qualified yesterday. Both sides well supported at the Ahmed bin Ali Stadium. But it was Morocco that got off to a flying start. They attacked right from the very first whistle. And Jordan were very much on the back foot. And the opening goal came just 4 minutes in. Nahiri racing forward from fullback. Yazid could only push the ball out into the path of Yahya Jabrane, who was able to put his side in front early on. Just the start they wanted. Their coach, Hussein Amuta, saying before the game what a threat Jordan would pose, and that was the best way to nullify that. Good finish from Jabrane from close range. He could hardly believe his luck. And Morocco kept the pressure on from there. Another shot saved by Ben Sharkey, who was seeing plenty of the ball in the first half. They came forward in wave after wave. Nahiri that time starting the attack. The ball eventually found its way to El Haddad, whose deflected shot was pushed wide by Yazid. But a second goal wasn't long in coming. It came from a corner, volleyed back across goal by Azaro, and stabbed home by the captain, Badr Benoun, with 25 minutes gone. to make it 2-0 to the Moroccans, and having won their opening game 4-0 against Palestine, they are really laying down a marker and saying, we are one of the favourites for this competition. No danger of it being offside with the players on the line. And they just kept coming as the game wore on. Gibrane again was involved, working the ball nicely. Brilliant one-touch move. And El Haddad shot turned behind by Yazid. Would have been one of the goals of the tournament, and that found its way in. But we did find a contender for goal of the tournament just before half-time. Ben Sharkey's corner, side-footed home by Chibi from long range, on the volley, superb technique. And Morocco in control at the halfway stage. This one worth seeing again and again. Chibi with the goal, Morocco leading here by 3-0 against Jordan at the halfway point. Welcome back to the Ahmed bin Ali Stadium. Fantastic first half if you're a Morocco fan, not so if you're following Jordan, who are going to make another change at half-time. In fact, it's a double change. Yazin has come on, and Baha Suleiman is also on for them at the start of the second half. Ayed Rajai and Ishruwai Ahmed are the two players that have gone off. Trailing by 3-0 Jordan after what was an excellent first half from the Moroccans. Were forced into an early change as well, Jordan, when Baha Faisal, the captain, was forced off. Hamza came on. They haven't had a single shot on goal yet in the opening 45 in the game so far, rather, Jordan. They are all in white. They all kick towards the goal away to the right-hand side in the second half. So we're underway. Yaha Jabrane, Bada Benoun and Mohamed Chibi with the 3 goals in the first half. That latter one coming in first half stoppage time. 7 goals in 2 games now scored by Morocco, yet to concede a goal. And as we said earlier on, they've only conceded 1 goal in the whole of 2021 so far. Chibi with the throw-in on the far side, the man who scored that 3rd goal. Ben Sharkey. Jordan really have to come out right from the very first whistle and attack the Moroccans in the second half. Jabrane, and they've got the goal scoring underway, just 4 minutes gone when they open the scoring. Ben Sharkey, brilliant vision from the corner for that 3rd goal. Cut out by Noor. Nasib. Up to the substitute, Yazin. Yazin Bakit is another of the Qatar-based players within the Jordan side, plays for Salal. Joined them in July this year. Came on as a substitute in the opening match, only had 7 minutes in that game. Got a whole half here to try and get his side back into the match. A win for Morocco, reminder, would put them through to the quarter-finals, along with the host nation Qatar, who won their 2nd game yesterday. Jordan would need to beat Palestine in their final game if they want to join them in the next stage. So no doubt the first-team coach, Fahid Halihodzic, is looking on, the man who was a Yugoslavia international. Some famous names as coaches of Morocco in the past: Hervé Renard, who's now the coach of Saudi Arabia, was in charge before. Halilhodžić. Eric Gerrits, the former Belgian international, was always another coach of Morocco. Roger Lemaire guided France to the 2000 Euros. And Philippe Trousier, another Frenchman, with a great coaching pedigree as well. All have been in charge of Morocco at some point in the past. Here's Nasib. Hafidi. Away by Al-Kati. Good ball down towards Al-Haddad. Just lacking a little bit of pace. That's nicely done. Yazid looking to try and create room for the shot. He's just been forced out wide. Good defending again by Morocco to get red shirts back behind the ball. Yazid steps forward again. Much better in the second half from Jordan in terms of their play in the final third. They've won themselves a corner, which is their second corner of the game. It's the substitute that's been the catalyst for a slightly better forward play in the second half. It's not a great corner though from Noor, who's now got the captain's armband on following the departure of Baha Faisal in that first half. Yazid again, he's been busy. Yazid a long way out of his goal. Not a great clearance. Offside flag up against Gibrane, who was coming back from an offside position. Morocco have invariably come out on top in games against Jordan. Three wins and a draw, the only draw being in this competition back in 2022. That was against Morocco under 23s in that one. Jordan fell behind to a fourth-minute penalty, but Abdullah Abu Zima equaliser rescued a point in that competition 19 years ago. Jordan will have Hassan Haddad available again after his sending off in the opening game. Al Haddad, Ben Sharkey rather. Azaro looking for the run of Hafidi. Yazid quickly off his line. Facundo Tello from Argentina is the referee. Free kick to Jordan. First time they've had a set piece around that final third area. See what they plan here. Won their opening game, don't forget that own goal from Al Dassari from Saudi Arabia, sealing 3 points for Adnan Hamed's side. Four in the wall. We've already seen one great strike from Morocco. What do we see from Jordan? Not so great. Over the top from Baha. Baha Suleiman, not too far short of 150 international caps now, the 34-year-old. Plays for Shahab now in Jordan. Did have a spell here in Qatar with Qatar Sports Club a couple of years ago. It's actually signed for Selangor in Malaysia from the 1st of January next year. Baha Suleiman came on as a half-time substitute. Here he is on the ball now. Good ball across. Dealt with by Buftini in front of his goalkeeper. It's Yassin again, who has caused a few problems since coming on at half-time. Baha Suleiman, who started that opening game, will take the corner. The Jordanian fans would love to have a goal to cheer. Mass behind the dugouts, just down in front of the main stand here. Azaro, Hafidi, played forward for Ali, goalkeeper spills it. Good covering by two defenders, and the goalkeeper just stuck out a leg. It was a slightly dangerous game there. It's gone for a goal kick. Ali Olwan was the man that put the goalkeeper under pressure, just squirmed away from Zaniti. Two defenders quickly back, Banoun and Al-Kati. Hamza was onto the loose ball. Good atmosphere inside the stadium. Mohamed bin Ali. It's the Moroccans on the far side that are in good voice at the moment. 3-0 their side lead. Haven't really seen too much of them in an attacking sense in the second half so far. Nasib just slipped slightly, still managed to guide the ball back to Yazid. Hardy, Nazib, better, here's Hafidi, nice ball played through, Azaro! Just loops up off Yazid, the goalkeeper, offside flag is up against Azaro. That's a close one. Do have VAR, of course, just to check if that had have led to a goal. Assistant referees are allowed or are encouraged to allow the play to run on these days before raising a flag anyway. Banoun, the Morocco captain, scored the second goal. Hafidi. Two of the new stadiums have been inaugurated at this FIFA Arab Cup. Al Bayt which hosted the opening game. The host nation in action there, albeit, which means the home in English. And also Stadium 974 had its first games as well. Another game coming up there a little bit later on the unique design that's made of the shipping containers. As Ali Olwen can't keep the ball in play. There is only one more stadium that hasn't been inaugurated yet. That's Lusail, which is almost finished. It'll be unveiled very soon. It'll host the final of the 2022 World Cup in December next year and holds a massive 80,000 people. Very imposing stadium it is as well. You can see it from the top floors of our hotel, just looming up on the horizon. Unique, of course, that you can potentially go to more than one game a day here, with the stadiums being very close together. It's good play by Ben Sharkey. Here come Morocco. Hafidi's through the middle. Just got the ball caught under his feet. Better defending from Noor. It's going to go for a corner, though. For the first time, really, we've seen Morocco in the second half. They're going to make a couple of changes as well, just to freshen things up. Rahimi and Bahama are the two players coming on. That will be Hafidi's last action of the match. And Ben Sharkey is the other player that's come off as well. Had a good game, Ben Sharkey. Brilliant vision from that corner to pick out Chibi. Led to the third goal. Corner to Morocco. This is their 12th corner of the game. He goes all the way across. It's away by Abu Hashish. Nobody attacked the ball at the near post. Jabrane's header. Players just lining up in the middle, and it's Azaro with the overhead. Brilliant technique. We saw an overhead kick ruled out by VAR yesterday. There was a big appeal for offside. I don't think Azaro was in an offside position. Al Haddad possibly. Anyway, it came to nothing. Morocco just starting to come into the game more in the second half, having absorbed a little bit of pressure, but we've still only had one shot on goal from Jordan. Haven't really shown any signs of trying to get back into the match. Morocco are the highest ranked side here. When the original draw was made, they were behind Tunisia, but in the FIFA rankings that were redone on the 19th of November, they swapped places with Tunisia to 28th in the FIFA rankings. Countries from the CAF region, the African region, and the AFC taking part in this. Former winners of the Africa Cup of Nations back in the 1970s, Morocco. Banoun. El Kati trying to pick out the run of Rahimi, the substitute. Could be a free kick. (1986 to 1990) was Morocco's golden era, for want of a better description. 1986, they became the only or the first and only team from Africa to top a group at a World Cup finals. They finished ahead of England, Portugal and Poland. And they were the first side from Europe and the Americas to go through after North Korea back in 1966 to reach the second round of a World Cup finals. It didn't really get much better in terms of progression. They went through that little dip like most countries tend to do. Failed to progress beyond the group stage in 1994, 1998, and most recently in 2018 as well. Zaro, the man there that had that overhead kick a few minutes ago. No addition to the half-time score. Morocco leading by 3-0, and as it stands going through to the quarter-finals with a game to spare. Now plays Saudi Arabia in their final game. Zaro. Good run by El Haddad. Was he tripped off the ball? He thinks he was. Referee saw nothing untoward. Away by Nasib. Benoon. Baha. Rahimi. That will be a foul, and that will be a yellow card as well for Nasib. Straight through the substitute. Abdallah Nasib is a fairly new face to the international scene, only made his debut in April. Actually scored on his third appearance as well in a 3-0 win over Uzbekistan, but he could well have injured himself in making that tackle. He has gone into the book, the second yellow card of the game. Always very musical, the North African sides. Lots of drum beating and very colourful as well. Today is no exception from those Moroccans on the far side. The Jordan fans are doing their best to lift their team, but it's a tall ask at the moment. Approaching the midway points of the second half. Now Sib looks as though he'll be okay to continue. So we're beaten by Belarus in the build-up to this in mid-November. Actually had a really good run of results in friendly matches through September, having been beaten by Haiti, Jordan, beat Bahrain, Malaysia, Uzbekistan and Kosovo. And that defeat to Belarus before the opening win here against Saudi Arabia, but they've really met their match at the moment against Morocco. Could be heading for their heaviest defeat of the year as well. Benoon. Morocco just dictating the pace of the game at the moment, as you would expect, leading by 3-0. They don't need to go out all guns blazing, they can conserve some energy. Benoon coming forward, that slipped through to Nahiri. Impressive in that first half, nice play into Rahimi. Good save by Yazid, who narrowed the angles. Nahiri. El Haddad. Forced back towards his own goal, but finds Buftini. Gibrane. Threaded through between those white-shirted midfielders. They have done well at picking out red shirts, Morocco. Rahimi. Buftini. Chibi. There's that run from Nahiri. Lovely little ball, just played into the path of Rahimi. Goalkeeper, though, had his angles right that time. Good block by Yazid. Jordan are preparing to make another change. Mohamed Abu Zraik, who was a late call-up into the squad, is coming on from Al Ramtha in Jordan. I'll wait till after this corner, though. Morocco looking to try and extend their advantage and score 4 for a second consecutive match. It's a good header from Buftini. Chibi. El Kati. Pressed by Abu Hashish. Chibi will gather. He's got to make up a bit of ground back towards his own goal first, though. Morocco themselves are also preparing a couple of substitutions. It is about that time of the game, 19 minutes to go. El Moussaoui and Fatoui are going to come on. Nahiri. Space in the middle and a shooting opportunity again for Chibi. Pushed away by Yazid. Well, we know he can strike a ball. Mohamed Chibi. There was a bit more power in that one than the one he actually scored with, which was a side-footed effort beyond the goalkeeper. Here come the substitutions then. It's going to be Ali Olwen. That's going off for Jordan. Don't remember mentioning his name too much, Ali Olwen, in that 72 minutes that he's played. Nahiri and Al Kati are the two players departing for Morocco. El Moussaoui is one of those that comes on. First appearance in the tournament for him. And Soufiane Rahimi, who plays in the UAE with Al Ain, comes on. 18 minutes to go, he came on against Palestine. Scored 5 international goals, Soufiane Rahimi, all of them coming in a 3-game spell earlier on this year. And he'll go straight into an attacking role for the corner. It's not a great corner. It's not cleared, though. Shot from Bihama, lacked the power. I think he was expecting the ball to reach him. Got it back to Zaniti. Gibrane. Still just the one shot on goal for Jordan in the whole match. It's the disappointing fact for Adnan Hamad. Doesn't help, of course, whatever tactics, whatever you plan in the lead-up to a game, if you go behind so early on and then you lose your captain within a short space of time, it tends to throw you off sync. It's forward towards Fatui. Foul by Abu Zraik, the substitute. Just a little word from the referee for Abu Zraik, who'll be keen to impress, of course, having just come on. Fatui. Moussaoui. Gibrane. Moussaoui. Bit of quality on the cross. El Haddad couldn't quite get a foot to it. Chibi. Chibi pressing forward again. He's hungry for more goals, having scored that one in the first half. Not to be on this occasion. Another change for Jordan. Al Mahdi coming off and Ibrahim coming on. Ibrahim, another player that featured in that opening game against Saudi Arabia, came on just a few minutes earlier. Only made his debut earlier on this year against Tajikistan. Abu Zraik did well to stay on his feet. Just overran it slightly. Banoun stuck out a foot. Noor quickly closed down again. They've been very good at that today, Morocco, closing down in midfield and setting up quick attacks as well. Rahimi twisting and teasing Hadi. Three in the middle, one lurking on the edge of the penalty area. It's Al Moussaoui. Now Gibrane. Good ball again. El Moussaoui. Better defending, but it has gone for another corner. Haven't seen too many efforts on goal from Morocco in this second half. I think it's for the want of trying. Jordan have just come out with a little bit more purpose in the second half, having conceded those three first half goals. Gibrane. Whipped back in again, away by Al Arab. El Haddad. Once again, another move breaks down. Abu Zraik. Well done, hurdles the challenge. That's a lovely ball played forward as well, good defending. Hamza was just trying to burst into the gap. Good defending by Buftini, who just got his body in the way to make sure that he couldn't get a sight of the ball. It's a lovely ball played forward. Buftini just did enough to get across Hamza. Once again, Jordan failing to get the ball away. That was one of their problems in the first half. Into Fatui. El Moussaoui. Valid Halilhodžić will be looking on, pleased with the way that his side are performing here under Hussein Amuta, the man charged with guiding them through this tournament. And there's a very popular Moroccan name among the coaching staff of Halilhodžić as well, Mustafa Hadji, who was one of two Moroccan players that went to play for Coventry City in England back in 1999, along with Youssef Chipo. And sparked a spate of lots of fezzes around the Coventry City ground, Highfield Road at the time. Youssef Chipo is working as a TV analyst in this part of the world now. Another shot that goes wide of the target from Jordan. Noor getting himself into a reasonably good shooting position, but unable to hit the target. They just haven't found their range from distance at all, Jordan. It's been a bit of a singing contest all the way through, with the Moroccans on the far side and the Jordanians on this near side, and the Moroccans urging their side forward again. This is Rahimi! Couldn't keep the shot down. Probably be a little bit of tiredness creeping into the legs out there now, and Rahimi looking to try and take advantage of some space at the back. El Moussaoui. Azaro still full of running for Morocco. Gibrane. Morocco under 8 minutes away from a place in the quarter-finals, and still pressing, looking for another goal. Brilliantly done! Oh, stabbed just wide. It's a great move once again. El Haddad bursting into the penalty area. Yazid came off his line. It was stabbed wide by El Haddad. Glided past the defender, couldn't apply the finish. Could have put the seal on the victory. 4-0 in their opening match. So another change for Morocco. Fuzet coming on for the man who missed that chance a moment or so ago. Ismail El Haddad from Al Khor, who's had a good game here again for Morocco. Both sides have now made their full complement of changes. Morocco's goals all coming in the first half. Two inside the first half for now. Yahya Jabrani after 4 minutes. And then the captain, Badr Banoun, after 25 minutes, just stabbing in from close range after Azaro's driven cross. And then the goal of the game, corner from Ben Sharkey, and Chibi side-footing in from outside the penalty area beyond Yazid. Hasn't been too much goalmouth action in the second half. We've only had those 2 shots now from Jordan on goal, not on target. It's been a quiet afternoon, or quiet game for Anas Niti, the Raja Casablanca goalkeeper. Jabrani. Rahimi. Chibi. 3 to aim for in the middle. Touchdown to Azaro. Caught it sweetly again, Azaro, but just off target. Had that overhead kick a little bit earlier on in the second half, which went just wide. Fuzet wins the corner. He doesn't win a corner, he wins a penalty. It's handball. Abu Hashish pleads his innocence to the referee. VAR might just want to back this up. Fuzet, the substitute, getting wide. Where was the arm when the ball struck? It struck him below that T-shirt line on the elbow, and it is a penalty. Well spotted by the officials. Well, they had a penalty late on in the game against Palestine. It was Badr Banoun that took it. Goalkeeper Yazid just been told about the rules. Of course, he has to keep 1 foot on or above the line. And it's going to be Sufyan Rahimi that will take the penalty to make it 4-0. Referee will be watching for encroachment of well, of course. Here comes Rahimi against Yazid, and coolly sends him the wrong way. And Morocco, a real statement of intent from them. 4 goals for the second consecutive match, none conceded. And they still only conceded the 1 goal in the calendar year. Different set of players, of course, but on paper, those records are there to be broken. But not today, you feel. Morocco easing their way through to the quarter-finals of the FIFA Arab Cup. Houssana Mouta will be delighted with his side's application. Jordan, who picked up a win in their opening game, have been well beaten here. Morocco might not be finished yet. into the final minute of the 90. That's a lovely touch by Rahimi. Oh, queuing up in the middle. Couldn't quite find a way through. Fuzair was looking for that. Played across. Banoun. Buftini. Now for Tui. Four minutes added time will be played. Banoun. Al-Moussaoui. Trying to work his way into the corner. He might still get a second chance here, looking to find Rahimi. Jordan brought the ball away, only as far as Buftini though. Good block, Banoun. Al-Moussaoui. He's continued his run, the captain and centre-back, Rahimi. Oh, got to the byline, there was a leg out from Hadi, but the ball had already gone out. It's been given as a goal kick. And there's contact on Rahimi. So VAR rather have had a quick look, decided that there was nothing in that, so no official check, just having a quick look. Referee just waiting a moment to get the confirmation back from the VAR officials. Juan Soto from Venezuela. Buftini. Gibrane. Bahama. Morocco just content to hold on to the ball now for the final few moments. Fuzair did win the last edition of the FIFA Arab Cup Morocco. Nine years ago, of course, the last tournament was played. Looking to carry on the work done by the players that won them the trophy then. Here they come again, looking for a fifth goal, pushed away by Yazid for a corner. Thought about taking the corner short and just keeping the ball in the corner, but well, they are changing the corner taker. The referee just losing a little bit of patience here for time wasting, but if it was 1-0 you can understand, but at 4-0 with less than a minute to go, it really is immaterial whether they take the corner short or long. It is going long. Nodded away, Yazin, who started so promisingly in the second half after coming on as a substitute. Abu Raik just rides a couple of tackles, but one too many men around him in the end, and Morocco come away with the ball. Rahimi. Well, there goes the whistle, and Morocco have turned in. The top showing here to see off Jordan. For the second time they score 4 goals, and will go through to the quarter-finals. Jabrane, Benoun, Chibi and a Rahimi penalty late on did the damage. Jordan not up to the standard they were in their opening game, but they were undone early on by that first goal that really knocked them out of their stride. Full time here, it's finished Jordan 0, Morocco 4. Well, those Morocco fans will look forward to seeing their side in their final group game, see if they can go through with a 100% record. They play Saudi Arabia. That could be the game that, of course, decides who finishes top of Group C. But one thing's for sure at the moment, Morocco sit on 6 points, Jordan 3, Saudi Arabia and Palestine yet to get off the mark. They will play each other in the other game in the group a little bit later on today. Good atmosphere as well today. Here are the stats, 58%. Morocco had plenty of the ball in the game. 22 shots to 2 in the end was the final tally. 11 on target, not a single shot on target from Jordan during the course of the match. 16 corners, it was very one-sided down that right-hand side.
لم يكن محظوظ. منتخب المغرب حالفه الحظ، لعب بطريقه هجوميه. ماذا حصل بالضبط؟
اول شيء الحمد لله رب العالمين، قدر الله ما شاء فعل. اليوم كلياتنا كنا مش بيومنا، وكلياتنا بنتحمل هاي الخساره، ما كنا على قد المسؤوليه، وظل عندنا مباراه ان شاء الله فيها امل انه نتاهل باذن الله تعالى، نركز فيها ونحصل على 3 نقاط، يكون حليفنا التاهل ان شاء الله.
شكرا.
مبروك لمنتخب المغرب.
شكرا.
كابتن حسين، مبروك الانتصار الثاني على التوالي، رباعية في الذهاب ورباعية في المباراة الأولى والثانية بشباك نظيفة. شنو يمكن تقول على المنتخب؟
الحمد لله انه اللاعبين ديالنا كانوا مركزين بشكل جيد. طبعا المقابله الافتتاحيه كانت صعبه باعتبار انه بدايه البطوله، ودائما تكون هناك صعوبات يعني للدخول في اجواء البطوله والتباري. الحمد لله مرت الامور بخير وعلى خير. التخوف اللي كان هو انه الحصه ديال 4-0 كان ممكن تاثر سلبيا على الدخول في المباراه الثانيه، ولكن انتبهنا لجميع الجزئيات واللاعبين مشاو بالمباراه لبر الامان، وكنا فعالين هجوميا لانهم من ثالث فرصه وصلنا للشباك ديال الفريق ديال الاردن. انا اظن انه حتى من ناحيه ديال الاحصائيات تقريبا اكثر من 16 تسديده، منها تقريبا اكثر من ثلثين كلها كانت مؤثره، وهذا مؤشرات اللي هي كانت ايجابيه واللي بينت على اننا انتبهنا للجزئيات اللي خلتنا اننا نكونوا اقرب لنتيجه المقابله.
كلمة قصيرة على الجمهور المغربي الذي لم يبخل عليكم بالمساندة.
طبعا للمره الثانيه تنشكر الجمهور المغربي للحضور ديالو، وصراحه الاجواء اللي خلقها، وتنشكر يعني اللجنه المنظمه اللي صراحه تحت لنا واحد الفرصه اننا نلعبوا في ملاعب بمستوى عالي جدا، لا من ناحيه ديال التنظيميه ولا من ناحيه ديال الاستقبال وحسن ربما المبيت والاقامه. تتمنى انه النجاح هذه البطوله واننا حتى حنايا نساهموا في نجاحها ان شاء الله.
شكرا جزيلا، بالتوفيق ان شاء الله. شكرا. سفيان بوفتيني، مبروك الانتصار الثاني على التوالي. شنو يمكن تقول على الاداء بشكل عام وعلى هذا الانتصار المهم للمنتخب؟
الحمد لله اليوم كان انتصار اداء ونتيجه. الحمد لله زكينا المباراه الاولى ضد المنتخب الفلسطيني. يعني الكل كان كيقول بان المنتخب الفلسطيني ضعيف شيئا ما، لكن بالعكس جل الفرق جل المنتخبات اللي كاينين هنايا فهم جايين ماشي من اجل المشاركه فقط، بل من اجل الفوز باللقب. احنا كذلك طامحين اننا نفوز باللقب. اليوم اكدنا الانتصار ديال المقابله الاولى. كنتمناو نساو هذه المباراه هذه ونخدموا بواحد الشكل جيد في المباريات الجايه. الان جميع اللاعبين كيقدموا واحد المردود طيب، سواء اللي كان في البونشو سواء اللي دخل مع ال11. دونك حنايا هذا العمل هذا ما جاش بالسهل، جاب العمل جاب الاجتهاد. طيله سنتين كنا كنخدموا مع بعضنا. الحمد لله هنيئا لنا بهذا الانتصار هذا، وهنيئا لجميع المغاربه، سواء الناس اللي مقيمين هنا بقطر وسواء المغاربه اللي في المغرب اللي كيتسناو منا العطاء والعطاء. وشكرا.
رباعيه في المباراه الاولى، رباعيه في المباراه الثانيه، شباك نظيفه. هل تعتقد انه سر هذا النجاح هو معرفه اللاعبين لبعضهم البعض؟
اكيد الانسجام هو اللي خلانا اننا نفوزوا بهذه النتيجه العريضه، سواء في المباراه الاولى والمباراه الثانيه. هذا الشيء كيف ما قلت لك ما جاش بالسهل. دونك كنخدموا منذ تقريبا سنتين. يعني اللاعبين تعرفوا بعضهم، كاين واحد الانسجام، خالقين واحد الاجواء عائليه، لا في الوطيل لا في الملعب. دونك الحمد لله كيف ما شفتوا اليوم النتيجه كتكلم على ذلك، ونتمنوا ان شاء الله نمشيو في هذه السكه الانتصارات ونهديو اللقب ان شاء الله. الان غنلعبوا مباراه بمباراه. يمكن بان جميع اللاعبين الان مرتاحين. المباراه الثالثه دونك حتى هي غنحاولوا ندخلوا نزكيو فيها الاداء والنتيجه باش ان شاء الله نمشيو للربع النهائي ونفرحوا المغاربه.
توفيق ان شاء الله. شكرا سفيان. شكرا.
عدنان حمد هارد لك. اليوم ربما منتخب الأردن لم يلعب ربما بالطريقة التي ينتظرها الجمهور. ماذا حصل بالضبط لكي نرى هذه نتيجة ثقيلة؟
نعم شكرا بالله. طبعا أنا أعتقد اليوم نتيجة غير متوقعة، نتيجة رغم أنه كنا نعرف أنه سنقابل فريق قوي، فريق يمتلك إمكانيات كبيرة، فارق الإمكانيات واضح، لكن يمكن سيناريو المباراة أثر، خصوصا الهدف الاول مبكر، اصابه بها الكابتن بها فيصل، اصابه قويه ممكن اثرت بعض الشيء، لكن لا زالت الحظوظ موجوده. نحن نعرف بان مباراتنا مع المغرب ستكون صعبه، عندنا بعض الاصابات بعض الغيابات، حاولنا اراحه بعض اللاعبين للمباراه المقبله. بارك لمنتخب المغرب، قدم مباراه كبيره وكان يستحق الفوز.
على ماذا ستشتغلون في ال 24 ساعة القادمة؟
طبعا تأهيل اللاعبين، تحسين معنويات اللاعبين، لكن كما قلت هذا وضع طبيعي في كرة القدم. علينا أن نكون واقعيين، نحن خسرنا مع الفريق الأفضل، لكن لا زالت الفرصة سانحة للانتقال للدور ربع النهائي.
شكرا.
Well, a big game at the Ahmed bin Ali Stadium between two sides that won their opening matches. Morocco were impressive in a 4-0 win over Palestine, while Jordan needed a late own goal to come past Saudi Arabia. But it was Morocco that went from the start. Nahiri getting wide, pushing the ball out. Yazid and Yaya Jabrane followed up to score the opening goal of the game just 4 minutes gone. And Morocco, who was supported in big numbers here, off to the best start possible. Poor goalkeeping by Yazid. Corners were proving problematic as well. Zaro fired the ball back across goal, and Bada Banoun, the captain, stabbed in from close range to get his second goal in 2 games. And Morocco in control, 2-0 up inside half an hour. No danger of it being offside. Fairly simple goal. The goal of the game came on the stroke of half-time, in stoppage time. A side foot from outside the area after Ben Sharki's corner. Mohamed Chibi with his opening goal of an international career. Stunning strike beyond Yazid, and 3-0 at half-time. Morocco very much in control of the match as they look to book a place in the quarter-finals with a match to spare. Second half wasn't so many goal-scoring opportunities, but they did still keep pressing forward. Yazid equal put in the chance that time. Abu's right, Kenwood. For Jordan in the second half of the lively. But they couldn't hit the target. They didn't have a single shot on target in the whole game, Jordan. Just 2 efforts on goal in total. And a late penalty after a handball allowed Morocco to score 4 for the second time. Abu Hashish adjudged to have handballed. And it was the substitute, Soufiane Rahimi, that stepped up to slot the ball in. 8 goals scored in 2 matches, 6 points out of 6. Morocco through to the quarter-finals with a game to spare. Jordan can still qualify with 1 game to go. So that's the way the table looks then after the 2 matches. Morocco with a perfect record, still haven't conceded a goal in the tournament. 8 goals scored, they have 6 points. Morocco on 3. Saudi Arabia and Palestine play later. A win for either could leave them still in with a chance of going through to the quarters. So the first game of 4 today. It's a busy time here at the FIFA Arab Cup. Victory for Morocco in front of a big support. They'll be back again to see them in their final group game and then into the quarter-finals. Enjoy the rest of the action today from us all here at the Ahmed bin Ali Stadium. It's a very goodbye for now.